This is the Crimson Recap on the SVI Sports Network. Focus on Star Valley High School sports, scores, and highlights from the previous week. The Crimson Recap is presented by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free checking, with local branches in Afton and Alpine, and online at gofirstbank.com. And now, here's your host of the Crimson Recap, Jake Hibbard.
Hey, another Crimson Recap coming your way January 29th, 2024. Great week of Star Valley athletics that we'll get into in just a bit. That includes some girls and boys basketball finishing off the first half of their conference season unblemished. 3-0 and atop the 4A Southwest halfway through. Great start. Now we'll see what they can do as they go cross-quadrant after this. We also had the Ronthon Invitational for wrestling. Girls and boys will run you through the results of that. A little bit of indoor track and field. But we start today with cheer and dance as Star Valley's dance team, state champs. Yeah, so a couple of years ago, we moved the state championships out of March into January. And new dates, same result. Star Valley, still the cream of the crop, taking first place in the jazz dance category and second place in 4A behind Rock Springs in hip-hop. I was able to catch up with the head coach of Star Valley Dance, Wendy Kabonic, and she shared her thoughts on the year and the performance that was. Now let's take a listen to her as we get a watch of the Star Valley Dance highlights that they were able to show off after winning their state title on Saturday at the Green River Star Valley game.
Kind of had to train in-house. We took them to Salt Lake, to camps. We brought in the BYU Cougarettes. I trained down in Provo and know a lot of the people down there, and so I was able to bring some people that were willing to come up here and work with the girls. The Cougarettes whole team came and worked with us last year, and then they choreographed some of our routines. To capitalize, the girls are so good at energy and facials and like really just getting the crowd going with their hip-hop that we said, well, let's just use that in our jazz too. We might as well. And so we decided to go a different route and just kind of do something a little more like energetic. We actually went with, it's called a contemporary jazz, where you can kind of see like animalistic moves and they're hopping around like, like monkeys, like jungle animals, and include that, like mix that with the jazz technique. And so that really just helped them, I think, a lot. And they love the song. They love the movement, and it was just, it just all came together in like perfect recipe. Well, this year we've just had a host of things go wrong. We've called I don't know what it is this year, but we've kind of almost laughed about it because so many things have gone wrong. Just the whole season long, we've had a lot of like weird injuries that weren't even from dance, and we've had a lot of our star players kind of out because they got hurt doing other things, and then we couldn't get a facility, and so we've really had to we've been practicing in hallways, and it's almost been comical how crazy it was. And it was almost like every time something bad happened, we're like, well, just add it to the list. And then when they announced them as the Jazz State Champions, we were kind of in shock, and we pulled out the video and watched them again. We're like, oh my gosh, it was really clean. And so it was really just an awesome moment. The girls were truly, truly shocked and so excited. They thought they were going home with nothing. And so it was a really cool way to wrap up a tough year.
Now let's jump over to basketball, where we had some really exciting games over the weekend, including a double overtime thriller for Green River and Star Valley's boys. We jump in the third quarter with a 6-point lead for Green River just a couple of minutes before the start of the fourth. Trying a three, no good, but as we've seen throughout the year, second chance opportunities and patient offense is how Star Valley has buttered their bread throughout the year. And talking about patient offense, maybe a look inside, not quite. Dylan Shumway slips out to the left corner, fires, and good. That pulled the game to within 3 points. Now let's jump you forward to Green River, up by 2 points. All they've got to do to win, 7 seconds to go, is inbound. Uh-oh! Yeah, that's taken away. Bryson Neal wide open up ahead. Fed, and the game is tied. Take another look at this. Green River just needing to get the inbound in. Coach Lori Ivy just saying, they can't keep getting away with this. But Star Valley, oh, they do. So let's go ahead to the first overtime, 71-71. Star Valley was able to successfully run out about a minute of clock, took a timeout, got one final shot left. Looking over in the right corner, deep three, no good. Rebound, Green River. Desperation shot. Oh, they nearly got away with something. Green River did. But on to double overtime we go, where Star Valley was able to get a 3-point lead, 85-82. Dylan Shumway at the free throw line to close it out. No good. Darren Archibald has about a half quarter here. He pulls up and misses off the rim, so Star Valley able to hold on. Let's hear Coach Matt Shumway after the game.
Well, first of all, credit to Green River. They came ready to play, and they were hungry. They had a week to prepare for us. But once the kids kind of got into a groove offensively, we kind of decided we're just going to have to try to outscore them instead of get stops.
And so with that double overtime win, Star Valley 3-0 for the boys in the Southwest Conference Quadrant. Tuesday, they defeated Marsh Valley out of Idaho 84-67 and picked up their second conference victory in a runaway against Evanston 68-55 on Thursday. From the boys, let's move on to what the girls did this weekend. And on Saturday, after running away against Evanston, slow start for the girls taking on Green River. We'll see Bailey Erickson get a 3 on this one as Star Valley actually trailed early on. Here they lead 5-4 and make it 8-4 after Erickson put in 3 of her 10 points in the game. Others in double figures, Kenley Engelhart finished with 18, but she didn't score until the second half. That was Engelhart actually getting her first point. And as they say, let the camera roll. Kenley had 9 steals in the game as well. There's one of them. Engelhart going coast to coast again here to extend the lead to 6 points after she gets fouled. 3 girls finishing with double figures for Star Valley in the win over Green River, led by Engelhart's 18. Sheridan Coles chipped in 14 and Bailey Erickson with those 10. Here's Engelhart going coast to coast in a slide. Hey, that left hand. Doesn't matter how many times you go left, they never remember you're a lefty. And then very next play, Trapp and Engelhart with another one of her 9 steals lays it in to make it 42-28, and Star Valley cruises to their 3-0 start in the conference season. Other games they had this week, a 42-30 win over Preston and over Evanston, 54-17 the final score for the girls on Saturday over Green River, 58-43. As for wrestling, Star Valley's boys and girls were at the Ronthon Invitational in Riverton over the weekend, as was basically everyone in the tri-state area. The tri-state area, does that work if the area between the never mind, let's call it the tri-state area. Anyways, we weren't able to get you any video footage of this because those rights had already been bought up, but let's go ahead and jump to the results. On the boys' side, Star Valley finished with 168 points. That was good enough for second place. Levi Bird took first as a defending state champ. He can add the Ronthon Invitational to his illustrious high school career. Kimball Perry finished in second place, as did Tell Perry. Porter Merritt took third, and Caleb Morrison came in fifth place in the 126-pound division. For the girls, another win, 223 points, good enough for first place again as a team. Kenna Merritt at 105 took second place, as did Paisley Smith and Remington Pullman. Third place finishers, Keston Johnson and Shaylee Kuntz. Alexis Angel finished in fourth place, as did Lindsay Lawson and Kara Andrews. And Sage Smith and Stella Lynn both took sixth place at the Ronthon. And finally, indoor track was on the road at Idaho State. Congratulations goes out to Valerie Urach, who took first place in the 400-meter race as well as the high jump, clearing 5'7". Now let's take a look at what's ahead for Star Valley Athletics in the coming week. First day of February coming up on Thursday already, and wrestling will be hosting Green River in a dual meet, 5 o'clock start for the JV. On Groundhog Day, we've got indoor track and field at the Kearns Ice Oval in Utah. And girls and boys basketball on the road, cross-quadrant play, 6 o'clock and 7:30, taking on Cody. And then on Saturday at Riverton, girls and boys basketball, 3:30 and 5 o'clock. And that's it for me. Congratulations again going out to the dance team for Star Valley, state champs. Also, I'd like to mention congratulations to the cheer team, second place in co-ed and third place in game day cheer. That's it for me. We'll see you again next Monday.